Hi everyone. We're gonna get started soon. I just want to let some more people get in the room, because I have an interesting topic tonight, and also I have an amazing artist that I'm spotlighting, and a financial tip that y'all won't believe, like how much it's gonna help you in the long run. So I'm gonna let some more people get into the room, and then we're gonna get started. Okay, y'all? Oh my goodness. It is a beautiful day today. It was a little rainy here in Philly, a little snowy. I think it was snowing last night. I don't know. I was inside the house. I don't be out in them streets unless I have to be out in them streets, okay? And yeah, it's been a real quiet day today. It has been crazy around my neighborhood anyway. But like I said, I don't be out there unless I have to be out there, okay? Oh my goodness. So we're gonna get started. Welcome to Think Different TV, hosted by me, Lashia. Hi everyone. Welcome back to all of those who have been watching, and welcome to all of those who are just coming on and joining in for the first time. I welcome you. Thank you for tuning in to Think Different TV. Think Different TV is sponsored. And we love our sponsors here. We love to shout out our sponsors because they are the reason why we are here and able to give you a great show. So one of our sponsors is Anointed Ads, award-winning graphic design and website company, 14 years experience, over 100 websites created, amazing work. Listen, this guy does not play around. He has his own website, www.anointedads.com. You can also like his page on Facebook or follow him right here on IG, all under Anointed Ads. That's ANOINTEDADS. Okay, so make sure you go ahead and follow him. If you're ready to get your project started, you need your website designed, or you need some graphic art done for your project, hit them up at 609-534-0237. All right. Make sure you hit them up. And listen, when you mention Think Different TV, you get 15% off of your project. Okay. Go ahead and hit him up. He's an amazing guy. His name is Phil. Say, hey, Lashia sent me. Okay. Then our next sponsor is Euphoria Water, the cleanest, healthiest water in Philly. Okay, I'm kind of representing with the blue a little bit, but I also have my shirt. Got my shirt. I got my Euphoria shirt. Ain't this so dope? I love it. You see how it's kind of like the blue is almost matching. I almost got it, But yes, Euphoria Water, the cleanest, healthiest water in Philly. Alkaline water with minerals, no additives, no chemicals. It hydrates you the right way. I'm telling you, I've had a lot of different waters in my life. This is the first water where I feel like I'm actually being hydrated. I don't feel completely wiped out after drinking it. Amazing water. So go ahead, follow him on IG. It's spelled UPHORIA Water, WATER, right here on IG. Make sure you go and get you some water. Look, he even does about a gallon, honey. He does about a gallon, honey. And I know a lot of people are going on these liquid diets, and they're doing this little not little, it's a big deal, a 3-day cleanse. Get you some of this water. You gonna feel so hydrated, so good after you do it. You do it with this water, you're gonna be feeling amazing. So that's Euphoria Water. Another amazing sponsor that we have is All Money Shots, the founder of Shoot Cameras, Not Guns. It is an amazing organization. They just did a spread on it on Channel 10. Amazing project that he's working on to get these young kids off the streets, teaching them a skill so that they can use it. He does amazing videography, amazing photography. He even does photo shoots virtually. So, with COVID still running around, if you don't want to go to the studio, you could definitely do a virtual photo shoot. He's really great at that. Does wedding photos, maternity photos, like anything you need. Go hit up my man, All Money Shots. All right. And check out his campaign, Shoot Cameras Not Guns, CMP. Is right there on IG. Follow both pages. He's doing amazing things. He's an amazing guy. Go out there and support, all right? Because it's a big thing. This is my first episode in Black History Month. My 6th episode total. So I'm super excited, okay? I cannot tell you how proud I am of myself to actually follow through. I know that sometimes people say, oh, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, and it's like a lot of smoke. And I can admit that at times I have been that person where I have said over and over again, I'm going to do something and don't completely follow through. Very rare, but it does happen. Okay, I am human. But this was a labor of love. It was definitely something that I wanted to do. I'm so happy that I'm able to do it. And I have amazing people that are tuning in every week and seeing me do what I do. It is an amazing experience. I feel so fulfilled. That's the word for it, fulfilled. And it's, you know what we're going to call it? Fulfilled February, right? Because it is Black History Month. We love supporting our people all year round, but this is the month where we actually get a chance to highlight people of color, Black people. Black-owned businesses are booming right now because people are like, let's go. And I got some good news today, y'all. Was on IG on the timeline, and a Doomday is coming back. Y'all understand. So super excited. A Doomday in South Philly is coming back. This festival is off the chain. I cannot wait until I'm able to be out there again. I wonder who they're going to have perform. They have, like, it's a lot of vendors. And I think the date is June 12th, 2022. I think that's the day. Y'all don't understand how excited I am. I've been to a Doomday twice. The first time I went by myself. And then the next time I went with, I said to my mom, like, hey, let's go down to a Doomday. And we took my niece and nephew. And was Wise around at the time? I don't think Wise was born yet. It was just them two because they was babies. So we took them down. They had a blast. It was, like I said, it was plenty of vendors. They got food, clothing, amazing music. A Doomday. Y'all got to get down there. Make sure y'all still wear y'all mask. But it's going to be on the popping this year. I can't wait. All right. So, woo. The topic for tonight. Okay, so I have been going through my mind racking. What am I going to talk about and everything like that. And I realized that a lot of time I just talk about like social topics and everything like that. But I wanted to kind of pivot because I wanted to talk about something that actually happened in celebrity news, okay? But it relates to us too. So celebrities, not celebrities, it doesn't matter. Defamation, slander, libel on social media is getting out of control, all right? Y'all need to stop playing with these celebrities. Just because they are celebrities does not mean they fair game, and you can't just go around just saying just anything about them on social media and thinking you're not going to get penalized, okay? The proof is in the pudding, okay? Recently, there has been a blogger that was sued by Cardi B, and Cardi B won $1.25 million from this blogger because the blogger knowingly spread false information about Cardi B's health status, and it was completely untrue. And she just did it just to get views and likes. And guess what? She got that butt sued. All right? So y'all gotta stop playing with these celebrities. They're not playing with y'all no more. Y'all can't just be putting out, because if there's anything that the pandemic has taught us, is that they got hit with the pandemic just as hard as we did. Okay? They humans, we humans. We need to just start realizing that celebrities, not celebrities, we're all human. And we need to stop spreading these non-truths, because if it's to the point where you're knowingly lying about this person. It's not like, oh, I just heard it through the grapevine that such and such had it, and then, you know, I was talking about it on my blog, and I don't know if it's true or not, but I'm just saying, like, da-da-da-da-da. No, she was like, this is fact, this is what she has, and guess what? The judge was like, see me, okay? And guess what? You gonna get this hefty fine. But Cardi B is not the only person that has brought that up, y'all. I did a little bit of research. Yes, I do research because I just want to make sure that I'm not just talking out my butt. First of all, defamation, the defense to defamation is the truth. So somebody is defaming you, and I mean saying something so egregious that ruins your reputation, and I mean it's untrue, and they know it's untrue, and they're doing it maliciously. That's defamation. And there's two different types of slander and libel. Slander is when they say it out their mouth to someone else, and like, let's say I'm going in for a job, and somebody is working at that place that, you know, doesn't like me. It doesn't want me to get the job. And so they go up to the boss and they're like, oh, yeah, I don't think you want to hire her. She is a thief. She stole from her last job. She, you know, she's just says all this stuff about me. And then I go in to get this job, and then the boss says, oh, well, no, you can't have the job. Then later on, I find out that that's the reason why. You just messed up my bread. Can you take them to court? It's going to be a tricky case to fight. But, and I'm not a lawyer or anything like that. I just watch a lot of Judge Judy, so I think I know the law, right? But it's going to be a tricky case. But if you can prove that that's the reason why you didn't get the job, there you go. But as far as celebrities are concerned, you had Katie Holmes in 2011. She had a lawsuit against the Star because they said that she was addicted to drugs. You can't be just saying people are addicted to drugs, and she got a whole kid. Could have got the kid taken away and everything. Like, I don't know, you know, they can fight it a little bit better than, you know, non-celebrities can. But you can't just be saying that somebody on drugs and stuff like that. You can't do that. First of all, that's committing a crime. And we don't, you know, and if you don't know for certain that somebody is doing drugs, you shouldn't just be putting it out there willingly. Even non-celebrities, you can't just be like, oh, such and such smokes crack. You can't put that on social media or out in the open, because then if somebody see it and then that person has something coming up, like a job that they're looking to get, or if they're looking to get a home or something like that, and now these owners of businesses, they're looking, and CEOs, and all, when they do a background check, they don't just do a background check into your criminal history. They check your social media too. They check your social media too. It's sad, but if you're tagged in anything and that person doesn't take it down, or even if they took it down, it's still in there somewhere. And you got such and such is a crackhead. She does drugs, this, that, the third. Well, somebody can see that if you tag them, and then they get like, oh, do I really want to give them the house? Do I really want to, you know, give them the job? There's rumors going around that they're, you know, a crackhead, or they're doing some type of drug, illegal drugs. You could get sued. Like, y'all need to stop playing with these people. Y'all need to stop playing with these people. Oh, I got Q on the... first of all, I want to thank everybody that tuned in so far. Molly, Ray, Miss Denise. Commotion is on. He is actually my spotlight artist for tonight. And I got you. I'm going to bring you in. I don't know if you want... do you want to talk about this topic? Or you just want to like do you want to join in to talk about this topic? Or do you want to join in when it's time to spotlight you? Like, let me know. Just type the comment below so I can know when to bring you in. All right? But I do see your request. Tom Cruise. Tom Cruise in 2003. Now, this one really got me, because I didn't even know this happened, y'all. He had a lawsuit against a gay adult film actor who claimed he and Cruise was having an affair, y'all. He won $10 million from this person because of that, it kind of put a damper on his marriage at the time with Nicole Kidman. I know this is like 19 years ago, but Nicole Kidman and Tom Cruise was going strong for a while, y'all. Y'all remember, I always wondered what it was that kind of broke them up. I don't know if it was because they didn't have kids or whatever, but that made me, and he sued and he won. Keira Knightley, now this one really got me. First of all, how you want to say somebody got an eating disorder without any facts or anything like that? You can't be going around saying that somebody got an eating disorder or they got anorexia or they got bulimia or anything like that, because that's calling into question a lot of things, especially if that person is already, this topic is fine too, especially if that person is already has a small frame. So she sued the Daily Mail and she was awarded £3,000, which is roughly 7.5 in American. I don't know all the math with that, but she got £3,000 and she actually matched it and she donated it to an organization that works with people that have eating disorders and help them recover from those eating disorders. But they went as far as to, while they were talking about a young child that died from an eating disorder, they posted a picture of Keira Knightley and said, if pictures like this came with a health warning label, then our kids wouldn't think it was okay to have an eating disorder, alluding to the fact or implying that Keira Knightley had an eating disorder. You can't do that. All right, y'all gonna get sued. I'm just saying this. So Jesse Ventura. Now, I'm a big wrestling head. I remember Jesse Ventura from wrestling. Okay, and then he later went into the political field. And apparently there was a Navy SEAL who later passed, but he lied about a fight in the bar that he had with Jesse Ventura, and what happened, this was in 2014, and what happened was Jesse won, but he won, but it still damaged his reputation in the process, and because the guy alluded to the fact that during this fight he was saying a lot of negative things about Navy SEALs, but Jesse Ventura was also in the service too. So, but still, like, even with him being in a political realm, those people were like, hold up, we feel some type of way. Did he not say? We don't really know. We don't know all the facts of the case, but people are going to believe what they want to believe. And if there wasn't a tape or anything made at the time, then there's no way to really corroborate that. But he still won $1.845 million. And just the recent case of Cardi B versus the young lady, $1.25 million. So I'm telling you guys, y'all can't just be up here just saying just anything about these celebrities. These celebrities are fighting back. Okay, boom, 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 boom. Okay. And also non-celebrities, you can't get social media gangster on somebody, regardless of how mad you are at someone. It's the best course of action is just stick to the truth. Stick to the truth, okay? If you're going to make claims about somebody, stick to the truth. If you have factual evidence to back it up, stick to the truth. Don't say that somebody is a prostitute if they're not a prostitute. Don't say that somebody is because you're mad because, okay, you're perfect example. A lot of people do this. Let's say you're in a relationship with somebody and that person leaves you, or they cheating on you, or they leave you for some other. Now, talk about the cheating. Okay, you have evidence that this person is cheating with this person. Okay, cool. You can say, man, this is messed up. I can't believe I found out that my spouse has been cheating on me. This is the person that he was cheating with, and this, that, and the third. Okay, that's fine. Now, But when you go as far as to say, and come to find out this female or this male has gonorrhea, or this person gave, like, no wonder I got gonorrhea because he messing around with this chick and this and third, saying that chick has gonorrhea, gave it to him, he gave it to her. Like, you can't say stuff like that because you're gonna get sued. You can get sued. So be very careful and be mindful of what you post on social media. Not only does it affect you, you know, getting sued if you post something defamatory against someone, but just be careful what you post on social media, period. I'm going to get into all that because there's other stuff that people just be putting up on social media and it's not cool, and they put you in jeopardy, put your family in jeopardy, and you don't want that to happen. So that was one that just off the top of my head because it just recently happened a couple of weeks ago, but it's still showing that we can't just be social media gangster, just be talking about people and just saying whatever on social media, because it could be defamatory. But when you write it, it's libel. When you're just saying it on a video, if you're on a video and you're talking and you're saying all this stuff, that's slander. You know, blogging, like I said, if you write it, it's libel. Put it in a magazine is libel. Just want to give a little education on that, because a lot of people get the two mixed up. Or what's not defamatory is if somebody, like, let's say you went to a mechanic and the mechanic did some shoddy work on your car, and you went on social media and said, this mechanic did shoddy work on my car. That's not defamatory. Is it going to hurt their business a little bit? Yeah, but if it's the truth, then it's the truth. Like, they did shoddy work on your car. And if you put it on Yelp, also, you know, that's fine. Because if they put their businesses out there, then, hey, social media is used not only to promote your business, but people can review your business too. Be careful. Black-owned businesses, do good business, you know, because people are quick to say the bad before they say the good. It's unfortunate, but it's true. And I'm gonna do more on that a little later on. But like I said, don't go out there saying stuff that ain't true, just to boast your likes and your views and all that stuff, just to get a rise out of people, because you can get sued. All right. The truth shall set you free. The truth shall set you free. And don't just be saying anything, because I know I don't got no $1.25 million to be given to nobody. You just made, she's stupid. You just made Cardi B even wealthier because you stupid behind could not just say the truth or be a decent human being. Now you just gave her $1.25 million. The person that you hate and despise so much, now you got to come out your pocket for them. I'm sorry. Well, that's about the dumbest stuff you could have ever did, honey. So she must have been drinking too much of that wine, but I'm gonna leave that alone. And with that, we're going to go to our sponsors. What's up, sponsors? I love my sponsors. Sponsors are Anointed Ads, award-winning graphic design and website company, 14 years experience, amazing work. Created the flyer for my show, Think Different TV. He's also created flyers for me in the past for my finance business. He is amazing, okay? Don't sleep on this Bob, this black-owned business. This guy is, like, he will create you. He's so professional. He does everything in a timely manner. He makes sure it's what you are paying your money for. Let's just say that. He does websites. He's done over 100 websites. And I think I already said he has 14 years experience. So, listen, he's been doing it over a decade. You got to get him to do some type of play, okay? And if you want to get your project started today and mention Think Different TV, you get 15% off of your project. And guess what, y'all? All you got to do is give him a call. Just give him a call. 609-534-0237. Just give him a call so that he can get your project started today. All right? Our next sponsor is Euphoria Water, the cleanest, healthiest water in Philly. I'm telling you, it's alkaline with minerals, no additives, no chemicals. And it is amazing, okay? You hydrate the right way with this stuff. And all those people that work out, that's the type of water you need to have in your, what is it called, tumbler or whatever. You need to have that, okay? Have that Euphoria Water. I just recently got my sweatshirt. Ooh, love it, I love it, I love it. It's green. It's my favorite color. I was like, and it feels so soft. It feels so soft. And he does it by the gallon, y'all. He sells it by the gallon. You see that number right there? 267-707-8279. Hit him up. Put that order in. Get that water, right? There's even I'm going to tell you at the end. I'm going to tell you towards the end something special that Euphoria Water is doing right now. I love when businesses come together and they collab. That's a hint. That's a hint. That's a hint. And our final sponsor is All Money Shots. Awesome videographer, awesome photographer. He does photo shoots virtually, and he also has a new campaign called Shoot Cameras, Not Guns, right here in Philly. Just was featured on Channel 10 News. I'm telling you, what he's doing for the community, we all need to, if we can be the change that we want to see in the world, that's an example right there. You want to be the change you want to see in the world, that's the example right there. You know, take something that you love to do, that you have a passion to do it, and learn how to teach others. And in teaching others, he's getting them off the streets. He's teaching them a skill that they can use later on in life. And what I love about that too is, of course, when you create, if you're in the photography realm and you have your clients and everything like that, and then other photographers pop up, some people will view that as, oh man, I'm going to lose business and this, that, and the third. No. He's just saying, listen, there's plenty of work to go around, and who knows, he might hire them to be part of his company, and that's where the real boss thing comes in, because it's one thing to be a producer, but when you're a reproducer, that's when you get that passive income. And we want to get that passive income, y'all. We don't want to be working forever. Sometimes you want to just teach somebody what to do, how to do it, the way that you do it, and then guess what? Now they can go and they do it, and you get a residual off of them. Think about it. Think about it. All right. So that is our sponsors, right? Now, the next part of my show is the Independent Artist Spotlight. And this is when I'm going to bring in, well, before I even bring him in, I just want to give you this guy. First of all, I met him while I was doing the podcast, and totally humble dude. He is a man of few words, but when he finally speaks, everything has meaning. He's not just saying stuff to say it. He's an awesome dad, has 2 sons, that they're already almost towering over him, but and like I was like, wait a minute, that's his son. Oh my goodness. And he also works in finance, and it's nice to see somebody doing what they have a passion for and also getting business done. He could do it all, man. Like, he can do it all. Amazing hip hop artist, and I say hip hop because, you know, it's not rap. He's always spitting knowledge every time he opens his mouth. Every time he cuts a record, it's very knowledgeable. It's very. Sometimes I have to pull out the dictionary, like, what word did he say right there? Okay, I'm gonna add that to my. Let me find out what that word means, and I'm gonna add it to my vocabulary. Okay. And he signed with Fresh Flow Entertainment, and he just released his, I believe his second or third project, he has something called Hood Superhero Volume 1. And he also has Hood Superhero Volume 3. And that's the one that was just recently released. And it has his single Out Cold on it, which I'm going to let y'all hear in a moment. But he is, let me see, what else did I say everything? I want to say that whenever I hear his music, he gives you the wow every time. He gives you words of wisdom every time. That's what wow is to me. Words of wisdom every time. And he also gives you the wow factor. He also, he's real and raw. He educates without sounding too preachy. Because you know how some people, they be like, and people like, oh my gosh. Like, he gives you the real and the raw without being raunchy, without, you know, making you feel dumb or anything like that. Awesome guy. He's like that cool teacher we had in school, you know, like, hey, Mr. Q, like, you know you're not supposed to be doing this. Now, I want to tell you, I'm going to sit you down and tell you what not to do. But everybody think he's the coolest teacher ever because he actually speaks to you and not at you in his music. I think I covered everything. Like, what's not to like about this guy? What's not to like about his music? He also does 4-bar Fridays on his page where he does quick 4 bars and everything like that. But every time he spits it is something educational, something, you know, just amazing. And a lot of people think that, oh, you need to do a whole 16 to make a point. No, he can make his point in 4 bars. Okay? He like, I ain't got time to be rapping with y'all all day. I got a business to run. But let me see if he's still on here so that I can bring him in. Let me see. Let's see if he. Because I know I took a little time, but I wanted to make sure I got that intro out before I play his music and bring him in. Hey, what's up?
It was good. Yo, that was an amazing intro.
I just want to make sure I hit everything, bro, because you know I'm a big fan.
I appreciate that. Likewise. That's dope.
So real quick before we get into your single, what do you have going on right now? What are you working on? What can everybody expect from you in 2022?
Oh, well, I mean, you definitely touched on it as far as the Hood Superhero Project because I put the EP out already. So then, you know, that's out, that's doing its thing. And I got the LP like bubbling. So right now, all the music is done. You know, we have all the music mixed and mastered right now, just finishing up the artwork and ready to drop that. So, you know, people can, you know, support, get the pre-saves, get the NFTs, you know, the merch, like that's really what's popping as far as that project. And you know, I'm really excited about that. And, you know, we kind of altered the way I was going to actually drop the music because I was supposed to put out the QC project with Crooktooth. That was supposed to come out first. But you know, we just wanted to fine tune some tracks, so we'll get this one out, let that ride out, and then we'll you know release the QC project like more towards like the spring summertime. So, you know, I definitely got the music coming. I'm working on a book. You know, it's some good stuff. Yeah.
What's that book title? You got a title yet?
I don't have a title for it yet, but what the concept of it is pretty much going to be like a marketing tool. Essentially something that some young entrepreneurs that are high school to early college age could kind of use to market themselves and build their social media skills, something that would be, you know, tangible for them and essentially get certified in a lot of these apps that they can, you know, gain certifications and essentially be you know, get some money in their pockets. They don't have to just, especially if you go into like say college, you're doing work study, but if you have a skill, a tangible skill, something where you got your certification for, you can actually market yourself to a lot of these businesses. You can do social media, you can do SEO, you can do content creation for a lot of these companies, and make 25, 30, 40, 50 bucks an hour, depending on on how qualified you are to demand that level of pay. And it's like you're not going to ever make that kind of money doing a work study. You know what I'm saying? So like that's kind of my take on education, because while I definitely value education, and we talked about this on the podcast before,
Yeah.
I'm 100% in support of education, but the education system itself is a hustle, so you have to essentially get yourself the skills to pay the bills.
Absolutely, absolutely. And I'm with you on education. We need to start telling people, showing people how to own their own.
Right.
Have their own. And what I know about you, Q, is that first of all is commotion. Right.
Mm-hmm.
And or Q for short.
Mm-hmm.
And the first thing that hit me in my mind is I know a lot of people will ask you, like, where did you get that name from? Why did you do? I inferred. I was thinking, like, maybe he's saying, like, because I know that change can't really happen unless you shake things up.
Sure.
Right.
Absolutely.
So that's what I get from it. But can you tell us what your name means?
Yeah, absolutely. So I was with 95.5 WBRU in Providence, Rhode Island. So how I kind of got my first taste of, the professional entertainment industry as an on-air personality. I was going by DJ Kinetic at first. So I wasn't really like an ill turntablist. I just knew how to do some basic blending, you know what I mean? But, what I could do is talk smack. So that was kind of my personality. I was on, I started off with 95.5 for about 3 or 4 years. And around, I want to say maybe around 2004, Beretta 9 he was in Killer Army. He changed his name from Beretta 9 to Kinetic. So I didn't want to, have no beef with Wu-Tang Clan and stuff like that. Those are the guys, I'm, definitely paying homage. So when he changed his name to Kinetic, I didn't want to have any discrepancy with, and just trying to be creative and such. So I went from Kinetic to Commotion, and, just being on the hip hop tip, I just spell it funny. Right. And it just, to your point, making noise, being disruptive, but in a positive way. And then also because I was into, videography, photography, just multimedia, it could also signify Q motion, actually setting things in motion, you say in film. So that's kind of where that name derived.
Awesome. So the one thing you said, the one thing I noticed about you is that you're a brand, okay? And there's always a difference between an image and a brand. And what I've noticed that you're your own brand. You're always wearing the Fresh Flow entertainment gear. You're always decked out in your stuff, okay? Sure. And it's kind of like that phrase, I'm not a businessman, I'm a businessman. You get what I'm saying? And I noticed that you, in doing that, now people associate you with the brand, and does that make you a stronger presence? Do you believe that makes you a stronger presence and make you a lasting presence on people because you are a brand and not just an image?
Yes, and the thing about it was it's more so about just having a legacy that is kind of bigger than myself. It was something that, as you know, Ja Kim was a part of, Sneaker King, Paulie Thunder, Letty. We kind of had the rap group around it, which of course when you do music, it kind of goes hand in hand with style, image, fashion, etc. And just the idea of having something that actually means something also was important. So while it's still, like a cool logo, you have like the different graphic tees and hoodies and things of that nature, it still actually means something. So when you say you wear your heart on your sleeve, it's like something that, we can really put in motion from that standpoint. And it's actually an acronym for Faith Reveals Expanded Social Horizons for Lifelong Outreach. So that actually it actually explains our value system as well while we're wearing it.
I think you need to say that one more time.
Oh yeah, no problem. It's Fresh Flow, which stands for Faith Reveals Expanded Social Horizons for Lifelong Outreach.
Ooh, y'all. Listen, stringing all them letters together, I probably can do like 3. But that I can tell you that I'm so proud of you. I love your movement. I love what you have going on. And I want to play this song for them. Can you tell them your because I'm gonna play Out Cold.
Okay.
Which the video is available on YouTube right now.
Yes.
Oh, do you still see? I know you know this controversy about Spotify right now.
Talk about it.
Do you still have your music on Spotify for right now?
I do. I mean, I know Joe Rogan is kind of like the poster child for that controversy at the moment. I still do have my music on Spotify, and it's primarily just because, I want to try to have content where people are going to, and even though it's still a controversy, there's still some people that is their main source of content. So I want to at least still have a presence there. You know what I mean? Am I expecting to get rich off Spotify? No. It's like keep it a bean. You know what I'm saying? And I was aware of that going in, but it's still just a matter of, okay, if you can build a fan base in a certain platform, then it's your job as the artist. And this is something I'm still trying to get better at. What up, Razor Bill? What's happening, Bill? What's good with you? It's still one of those things where you want to take time to funnel the audience that you meet on these different platforms to your page, because you talked about ownership earlier. If you have a website, you want to get them to come to your website and come to your own email list or your text message list or what have you. Now you own that audience and you own that relationship with that audience, whether or not that platform supports you back, that you get the people to support you, give them what they need and want.
I feel like we could talk all night because it's just stuff that you just be saying and just be sparking that question in me. I'm a very question person. I like to ask questions.
No doubt.
But I'm gonna have you back on the show because something that you just sparked on just now that I just kind of lost my train of thought. Maybe that's what happens when you turn 35. I don't know what's going on, but it was something you just said.
Get you some Jinko Biloba the memory. You know what I mean? I
was gonna rewatch it on the replay, and then I can remember what I was gonna say. What's up? What's up, lovely lady?
Rise building. What's happening?
Oh, I'm gonna rewatch it, and then I'm gonna write it down. Cause I write everything down there. Cause
that's look. I keep a cheat sheet. I'm not even gonna hold you. Like in meetings or what have you, and it's more so. Yes, it helps to jog your memory, but at the same time, it's always good to have the cheat sheet there just to make sure you can drive the conversation, and it's preparation at the end of the day. Stay prepared. Stay ready so you don't have to get ready.
Listen, and while I'm watching the replay, I hope other people watch the replay. And when you watch the replay, make sure you hashtag replay in the comments. We're going to get into the song, man. Out Cold. Oh, tell us about Out Cold again. What's the meaning behind Out Cold?
Yeah, no problem. So Out Cold is a song that's pretty much about, highlighting the social ills of the black community, but also highlighting the prowess of the black community. With this being, Black History Month, I wanted to try to get it released, even though the whole project, the whole LP is not out. I wanted to at least get that bubbling a little bit. So I dropped that like the end of December, like right before New Year's. So it could try to build some traction for this month because, this is a time where we can celebrate us, regardless of whether other people do or not.
Awesome, awesome. Thank you so much, Hot Rise. We're going to get into the song Out Cold by
Hey.
Commotion, aka Q. Here we go.
Really been getting up on the run. I've been the rain, I really into my design. Build the sun, always getting under the run. Building the bandit when it's really by design. Changing the color, but the color for the run. How many times I gotta take one for the team? Living out my ancestors' dreams. Mimic, passed over your own boat stretch. Limits the one half to atone. We were fine. We walked among stars where the skate used to hit and figure back against the sun. Red carpets, big names of Hollywood divine. Star power, bloodline before and after time. My skin, yeah, that's mine. Every sun to cover mine. I live in color, they say they colorblind. And something really been getting up under mine. We get the crack pot sitting in the pews. Be a crack pot, then be in the roof. Then the rhythm is a blues. And then you get the choose to be TikTok and you disappointment. Take water essential for your anointing. Trying to find appointment. It's hard to ever stop me. Never duplicated, losing carbon every copy. Losing in a contest. Complex is turning Confederate to black owned studios. The complex is in my state. But the word is still in crisis. The goddess of earth and terror. Your daughter is a ISIS. She the nicest up because she wanna fuck my skin. Yeah, you something to cover mine. Color they say they colorblind. Really been getting up under mine. Never forget what we saw done. Some amazing things, some done left and wrong. Have to check the jar, do the lips on the block. And milk the extra bill of a bunch of fly. I don't know what her smoke is. It was withdrawal, addiction, taking out everything you work for. Legendary, shit you never worry about. I put my skin in the same cemetery. Get into the bad, but never fit in the bad. Get tagged in a flag on my IG, your IG, my skin got a whole lot of sin turned to mine. Something ain't turned to mine. Because another time I can't move a story. Like you should understand the origin of this business. You see, got a lot of contracts of all CEOs. You see these roles. I have a bunch of little babies in the future. We got an idea of those roles because they tore my skin. They tore my skin, but they tore my skin because they tore my skin. And they be a tear who's wishing my skin. I can't believe I'm looking God down before my sin. I represent flags and statues and in Confederates. They run a critical race of places hiding the heritage. And even offended about jokes found on Netflix and not being offended by rope around the necklace. And get into a line and go refinement. Because I've been on assignment and I love the refinement. Just like you should walk on these cute roads. There's a critical thing to talk to you. The praise come to my store. My darkness where the food's from. And then all of the butterflies. We get sold out, but we get out sold. Peanut from the top, then we get our soul. We get sold out, but we get our soul. When it gets cold out, we can lift it up.
Thank you. That's what's up.
Yo, that line where you say I'm living in color, but they say the color blind, like that joint, that get me every time because a lot of people like I don't see color.
Yeah.
I don't see color. I'm like, if I know you effing lying.
I've experienced it. So like, a lot of the things that I wanted to kind of touch on in that particular track was more so to highlight how sometimes we do get gaslighted when people they think they're trying to be like an ally by, you know, saying things like that, but, you know, recognize people for who they are. You know, you don't have to pretend like they're not what they are, or, you know, try to act like you're all loving and everything. Because when the push comes to shove, you know, yes, there's that opportunity for us to, you know, recognize our similarities, but we have differences for a reason. There's certain things culturally that you're going to bring to the table, of perspective that you're going to bring to the table, that somebody that's you know, Latino descent, Asian descent, Caucasian, etc., you know, aren't going to know. You know what I'm saying? So it's while we're talking about, you know, like issues of diversity and inclusion and all of that, it's really just a matter of, you know, recognizing each other's humanity and the beauty that exists within us all. But, you know, me being of African American, you know, of the African diaspora, you know, we have always kind of been that underdog, and, you know, it's time to celebrate us and, you know, say it loud, I'm Black and I'm proud, and I'm okay with that. But also the first one to say that me claiming pride in my culture and heritage doesn't mean that I want to diminish someone else's. Have have cultural pride for yours as well, and we salute you in that. Just don't try to hate on mine. I ain't gonna hate on yours.
Absolutely, absolutely. Commotion, aka Q, my bro. I love you. I thank you so much for hanging out with me tonight.
Thank you.
Oh, no problem. Like, I love giving flowers to my people and showing that, listen, y'all, go out there. First of all, he's right here. Follow Commotion right here on Facebook, on Instagram.
I'm on
Commotion
Facebook too.
on Facebook too.
Which owns Instagram?
On Instagram, everywhere. He's everywhere. Go and look at his video on YouTube. Support him on Spotify. He's on all, you know, streaming things. Anything else you got going on? Like, everywhere. I'm probably missing something. What am I missing? Are you on Tidal?
Yeah. So,
everything.
Yeah, so yeah, all the different streaming platforms. So, you know, whatever your go-to streaming platform is, Pandora, Tidal, Apple Music, you know, Spotify, Amazon. If you want to actually purchase the entire project, it's there for you.
If they want to actually purchase it, they better go out there and purchase it. Y'all better support these artists. Yeah, and he's an artist, man. The way that he strings those words together, you just be like, man, what? You even do in the part, the part about they mad about jokes on Netflix, but they not.
Yeah, that's what's up.
I mean, you know, like, yes. Again, like, you know, y'all gotta really listen to, because he is spitting bars. Okay.
Yeah, thank you. And you know, just you want to be relevant to what's going on. Like, these are real things that we experience in corporate America, right? But it translates to our own interpersonal relationships with our neighbors. You know what I'm saying? Because these are tough conversations that have to be had in the education system when we're talking about critical race theory. It's you know, are you going to gaslight somebody by saying, oh, you're not really experiencing this tough thing, or you're not experiencing cultural appropriation, you're not being exploited for your skills and talent and not being compensated for it, or you're just getting your ideas stolen right out from under you, you know. And there's a certain level of ownership that we have to take accountability for that, for, you know, not being up on the laws and the way the game is played. But once you know what you're going to do with it.
And one of the young ladies that I said I follow on IG, she said, "Listen, y'all can't be inviting everybody to the cookout. We gotta protect ourselves within ourselves, and we gotta make sure that we not just like we want to be inclusive of other people into our culture and everything like that. But listen, we got to define what's us first and work
Yeah.
on us first. So
Yeah,
I thank you so
define
much.
it and
Oh, go ahead.
and value it, and not only define it, but just value it too. Because
Yes,
when you don't value your own and you value everything else that's not your own, you set your own behind.
yep. So thank you so much, Q, for coming on tonight. I'm so hyped, so excited.
Appreciate
Thank
you.
you for joining me on my sixth
Thank
show, the
you.
first show in Black History Month. Yes, yes, yes. And like Hot Rod said, we have to save ourselves first before we can help anyone else. That is so
That's right.
true. And I thank you for joining tonight. We're gonna hop into these sponsors. And with that, Q, I'ma say good night and I'ma see you later,
Appreciate you.
bro. You know I love you, and I'll talk
One
to you
love,
later.
love you too. All right. Good night.
Good night. All right, y'all. So we're gonna jump into the sponsors real quick. First of all, how cool is he? Okay, he jumped on here. We did this interview on the spot. Okay, this was not planned at all. But I love that I was able to have a conversation with him. He's always been someone that has words of wisdom and someone I really look towards as far as a mentorship, and just an awesome guy. Go out there, support him, follow him on IG, like him on Facebook, watch his video on YouTube. Really soak in them words. Sometimes you gotta listen to it like 2-3 times really to get everything that he says, because it is a loaded record. Okay, it got a lot in there, a lot of knowledge. You want to soak it up. All right, so our sponsors. Oh, love my sponsors. Anointed Ads, award-winning graphic design website company, 14 years experience, over 100 websites created. You ready to get your project done today? Just go and call him, 609-534-0237. You call Phil, he'll hook you up. Guess what? When you mention Think Different TV, you get 15% off of your project, okay? So if you need a website created, if you need a flyer created, go check him out. Like, hit him up on IG. That's ANOINTEDADS. Go and hit him up and say, hey, I saw on Think Different TV that you do websites and you do flyers. If you need one for an event or whatever, hit him up. He's amazing. Also, we have Euphoria Water, the only water that I drink now. I don't drink any other water because it's the cleanest, healthiest water in Philly. Alkaline water with minerals, no additives, no chemicals, straight alkaline water that will replenish you, hydrate you the right way. Celebrities and athletes love it. I know because I'm a celebrity and I love it, okay? I just got my shirt it feels so good. I like how it feels. It's so nice. But here you got Euphoria right on there, okay? And I know it's backwards, but Euphoria Water. When you're ready to place your order, make sure you go to Euphoria Water right here on IG. That's UPHORIAWATER. And if you don't want to place it on IG, you're like an old school person, you want to just call and make an order, it is 267-707-8279. Make sure you call Mike and put in that order so that you can get that water, okay? And then we also have All Money Shots, wonderful guy, wonderful videographer, photographer. He also does photo shoots virtually. He's also running a campaign right now called Shoot Cameras Not Guns. Just was highlighted on Channel 10. An amazing project where he's getting kids off the streets. And also, if you're an older person, you want to learn a new skill, he's helping everybody learn something new. And he's not afraid to share the spotlight. I'm telling you guys, you might be in this area of Philly and he can't get over there. But he taught you how to take photos and everything like that. And photography is an art. Like, you can't just be taking pictures and stuff like that and think you're a photographer. Like, there's an art to it. It's a science to it. He knows the formula. He's been doing it for over a decade. Need to go and check him out, okay? Follow him at All Money Shots, or you can go to Shoot Camera. Both of them. Just, I'm not gonna say or. And go to Shoot Cameras Not Guns CMP right here on IG, and follow his campaign as well to get these kids off the streets, out of this world where there's so much gun violence. And one of the reasons why I truly believe is because kids are bored and they have nothing better to do with their time other than be out in the streets and get into dangerous things. So teach them a skill, teach them something that they can make money off of, because a lot of times that's another thing. They want to make funds. I mean, yeah, they want to make funds. They want to make money. They want to do stuff. And sometimes the stuff that they do does not afford them the lifestyle that they want to do. And so they go out and they get into mischief. Well, guess what? You teach them a skill. And right now, you don't need a license to be a photographer. You get a good camera and you go out there and you build up your portfolio, honey. Listen, do it today. Hit up my man All Money Shots, or go to his campaign, Shoot Money Not Guns CMP, right here on IG. Follow that page as well. So that was my sponsors. I'm gonna go into this financial tip. I went over, oh my gosh, that's because I was gonna interview and everything like that. But listen, ain't nothing wrong with it, baby, because this financial tip is going to blow your mind. All right, so I last week was talking about life insurance and how important it is to have a child rider. This part, I'm going to talk about the coverage that you want to have, not the coverage that you need to have versus the coverage that you want to have. And how important it is to go by the dime method in order to arrive at how much coverage you would need. Now, the thing is that you don't have to do the dime yourself. The agent that you work with should be doing the dime. And if you have life insurance and you never even heard that term and you're like, what are you talking about? Let me just tell you, that's something that you really, really need to reconsider the next time you decide to get another policy, or if you're looking into a new policy, you need to make sure that your agent is doing the dime to arrive at the appropriate amount of coverage that you need. Did y'all know that compared to our white counterparts, we do not have nearly as much coverage that we need in life insurance? It's like such a significant percentage that we don't have. And one of the reasons why is because we always look at, well, what can we afford, instead of what will benefit our family the most. That's two different things. What we can afford and what will benefit our families the most is two different things. That's the thing, cost against value. We always worry about cost, but we forget about the value that we need. And the dime is very important in doing that. So I'm going to break this down for you really quickly and simple. D is for debt. All right. You want to assess all the debt that you have. Credit card debt, student loans. You want to factor that into your death benefit. Why? Because your debt doesn't magically go away when you pass away. It's not like, oh, they say, oh, Johnny died? Oh, well, then we're just going to erase his debts. No, it falls on your family. Like, think about it. Like, you ever see these things where people be like, well, they come to the family after the father passes away and say, listen, your dad took out a hefty loan with us, and now that he gone and we can't get it from him, we coming to y'all, and y'all got to pay. That's exactly the same thing. So you want to make sure that all your debts are covered. All your credit cards, all your personal loans, all your student loans, put that whole number together and have that be part of your coverage. Then you also want to factor in the average cost of a funeral, which now is $15,000, but as we go on and inflation takes its course, it's going to be more than that. But right now it's 15,000. That is a nice little medium. I know sometimes people will be having it be more than that, but typically burial is $15,000. So you put that with that. Now, the next letter in dime is income. Income. What do you make? You want to look into how much you make a month after taxes is taken out. How much do you have after the gross? Yeah. What is your amount that you have after taxes is taken out roughly? Or you can do it based off your gross, whatever. But let's just say that it's $3,000, that's your income, right? And 1,000 of it is to pay for all of your incidentals, like your car insurance, your clothing, your food, and everything like that. You want to take that out and you want to say, okay, 2,000 is what I actually spend on the home for the kids and everything like that. And if you have multiple children or even one child, you want to go off that child's age and you want to subtract it from 25. All right. So what we do is we subtract it from 25, and that tells us how many years we have to multiply the income by and the month. So we do the income times 2,000 times 12 times however many years it will be until the youngest child is 25 years old. And that's how we come up with the income portion. So whatever that number is, we're going to put that into the pot. Boom. Then M is for mortgage or rent, because some people still rent. Nothing wrong with that. Just saying that this is something you want to factor in. If you're paying a mortgage, again, go by the youngest child, how old the youngest child is. Whatever your mortgage is a month, you want to say that times 12 times however many years it is until the youngest is 25. And that's how we arrive at mortgage. Or if it's rent, the same process. And then E is for education. Typically, we want to have 100,000 for education for our kids, so we also factor that in. Now, this is the coverage that you need to have. Once you comprise it all together, we do it through an app. So we enter all the information in. That's what I was talking about before about the FNA. And the FNA is very important. We do it on our tool. As a financial needs analysis is how you arrive at your FIN. That's for investments, but we also find out how much coverage you would need with the FNA as well. So the coverage that you need is different from the coverage that you want to have, because some people will think about what they can afford, right? So we show you, we give you a whole form that says, hey, this is the coverage that you need to have. You need to work towards this coverage when you have life insurance. Now, we can start you at this, but eventually you will need this, because this is what's going to take care of your family indefinitely, okay? And for some reason, that just over a lot of people's heads, and they say, oh, I'm going to get 20,000 in coverage, or I'm going to get 30,000 in coverage. That is not enough. That is not enough, and we need to stop doing that to our community. That's why a lot of us are starting at zero when it comes down to, we get out here and somebody like, oh, well, you know, grandma, she had life insurance. It was a $10,000 policy. But when grandma got the policy, $10,000 could afford a whole big funeral and everything like that. But by the time she passes away, inflation done took its course. And now funerals is way more than they would have been back then. So $10,000 might, you know, pay for the casket, but it ain't going to do everything else. And now the family has to come up with the difference in order to pay for the entire funeral. And then to not even have anything left over, that's kind of crazy, because let's say grandma had owned her own home, but there's still property tax that has to be paid on the home, and the family may not be able to afford the property tax on the home. So now they have to sell the family home to do anything because nobody can afford to keep it up. And the worst thing that you could do is destroy the legacy of a family by taking away property. Like, don't take away the real estate. Don't get rid of the home, you know? And that's one thing that you can do to ensure that there's never a problem for your family, is to consider all of those things, factor in all of those things throughout the dime in order to arrive at how much you would need as far as coverage is concerned. If you don't know how to do that and you don't want to go through the hassle of doing all the math, just hit me up. You can hit me up here on Lashia Star, or you can hit me up at KS Legacy Building LLC 1 and say, hey, Kai, I need help with this. I want to know what my financial needs analysis is going to show me. I need to know how much coverage I would actually need. I need to know how much I can invest to get to this number, the financial independence number that I need. All of that stuff. Hit me up, because I want to educate people, and I want people to know that what we need to get out of the cost in our minds and look towards the value. What does this bring to my family? What can this do to change the fabric of all the generations to come? Like, it's crazy that I sit down with people that don't really care what happens to their children after they pass away. Like, well, I'm going to be dead anyway. Well, that's not, how do you bring kids into the world and don't care about them? Like, it's one thing to care about them, make sure they fed and everything like that when you're here, but then it's totally disregard when what happens to them when you're no longer here is crazy to me. I never want my son to struggle. I never want him to worry about if there's going to be money to pay for his education, or if there's money to pay for anything. If I'm gone, you know, I want to make sure that all of that stuff is taken care of. And in fact, I'm nowhere near the amount that I need right now, but I have a pretty good head start on what I need for coverage, because I don't want to play these games and have my family up here throwing fish fries and doing GoFundMes to pay for my funeral. I don't want it to happen. I don't want anybody to be up there like resenting me in death, because there's nothing they can't say anything to me now because I'm no longer here, and for them to be mad at me and have this anger in their heart because I didn't take care of business while I was here, that's crazy. So just keep in mind, y'all, when y'all go out and y'all get life insurance, you say, I'm going to do the responsible thing and I'm going to get life insurance. And you want to get educational in it, please hit me up. Don't be afraid. My purpose is not to sell, it's to educate. It's not to sell, it's to educate. You can't just sell life insurance anyway, because it's not something you could just buy. You have to qualify for it. So that's another situation entirely. But I just want to let y'all know that I am here. If y'all have any questions regarding that, please hit me up. There's a lot of responsible people out here. I know y'all are out there, and y'all want to take care of your families the right way. Y'all want to make sure that y'all have life insurance in place. Y'all want to make sure y'all have investments in place. Y'all want to make sure y'all have all of these things in place. And you don't know where to start, you can hit me up. I am a financial coach. Let me know. All right, guys. That is the financial tip for the night. I'm going to jump into my sponsors for the last time and wrap it up for the night. My sponsors are Anointed Ads, an award-winning graphic design and website company. All right. 14 years experience, over 100 websites created. Amazing, amazing. All right, when you're ready to get your project started, please call Phil at 609-534-0237. When you mention Think Different TV, you get 15% off, 5, 10, 15% off. So get that project started today. Get your flyer, get your website done. Get it done, all right? Get that 15% off when you mention Think Different TV. Also, we have Euphorbia Water, the cleanest, healthiest water in Philly. Alkaline water with minerals, no additives, no chemicals. Hydrate the right way. I'm telling you, it's the only water that I drink. He does about a gallon. You ready to put that order in? Please call the number 267-707-8279. All right. And I just got my shirt. Super excited about my shirt. And it feels so good. It feels so soft. Oh my gosh. Put that order in today. You can also hit up Euphoria Water right here on IG. And that's what I wanted to tell you guys. I love when businesses collide and collab. And Euphoria Water has teamed up with Be Inspired and has created a combo, a COVID combo of sorts, to help you get rid of or prevent it from happening. It's juice. It's a very healthy juice, because not only does it have all of the fruits and veggies and everything to help COVID be gone, because it's called the COVID be gone combo, is made with alkaline water. So healthy all the way around. Healthy all the way around. Y'all ready to get that combo? Please, please, please hit up Euphoria Water at UPHORIAWATER right here on IG. Get that water, get that combo today. Then we also have our sponsor, All Money Shots. He has a campaign called Shoot Money, Shoot Money. Shoot camera, not guns. Shoot money. Well, I got money on the brain. I must be coming into some money soon, because I've been wanting to stay there for all day today. But Shoot Cameras, Not Guns is an awesome campaign where he is teaching children skills, photography, videography, helping them with a trade, because that's a trade of sorts. You don't have to be licensed to be a photographer, but you can make money off of it. You can make money off of it. You get really good, and you can go out there, you can do wedding portraits. You can do maternity shoots. You could be one of the greatest videographers, photographers in Philly, like All Money Shots, right? He also does photo shoots virtually. So if you're still, COVID is just like, I'm not sure if I want to go down to the studio. He does photo shoots virtually. And I just think it's an awesome campaign. It was just featured on Channel 10 News, because they wanted to shed light on the good in the community for once. Because, sometimes the news be a little, they're going to always show the bad. And they finally showed the good in the community. And that is one of the things, because gun violence is very prevalent and people are getting killed here in Philly and in other parts of the country from gun violence. And like I said before, it's truly because they may be bored, they may not have something that they can do that's, do with their time. And so they're just out in the streets causing havoc. But guess what? They learn a skill through All Money Shots, and then they can go and be off the streets and do something that will bring them some money. So, yeah. So go and follow All Money Shots and Shoot Cameras. Oh my God. It's because it's All Money Shots and Shoot Cameras, Not Guns, CMP on IG. See, it's getting late, and that's why I'm messing up. But y'all know that's just how it goes. It's live. There's no redos, no retakes. It is what it is. But I also tagged them under the live. And I appreciate everybody that joined in tonight. Special thanks to Commotion for jumping on, my independent artist spotlight, for coming on and show me love on my show, and also helping me with introducing his song Out Cold, which is available on Spotify, all streaming platforms. And the video is right there on YouTube. Please, please go out and support the artist. And what did y'all think about the topic today? I hope y'all liked it. Next week is going to be even more social topics, even more independent artist spotlights, even more financial tips. From here on out, once you do something 28 days in a row, it becomes a habit. I'm on my 6th day. So I'm super excited about that, all right? So thank you so much for tuning in tonight, and I will see you next week on the 14th on Valentine's Day. Yeah, Valentine's Day. I don't think I have one. To be continued. All right, y'all. Have a nice night. Bye.